From stress to connection, rebuilding your marriage without mediation. Are you and your partner struggling with stress and distance in your marriage? Maybe you're not talking to each other, and every interaction feels tense or irritating. You're not alone, and you can get back on track without involving a mediator. In today's video, we'll discuss actionable steps to rebuild trust, improve communication, and rekindle your connection. I guarantee you will get results if you carefully listen to this and apply it to your marriage. Let's dive in. The first step to healing any relationship is to turn inwards. Before you point a finger at what your partner is doing wrong, take a moment to look at yourself. Ask yourself, what is it within me that is causing this turmoil? What am I perceiving? What am I misunderstanding? Blame is a trap. It keeps us locked in a cycle of resentment and anger. Instead of asking, why are they doing this to me? Ask yourself, what is this situation showing me about myself? For the husband, perhaps respect and intimacy are deeply important to you. And for the wife, financial and family support might be paramount, reflecting a desire for stability. Understand this. Your needs are valid. But the way to have them met is not through demands and accusations, but through understanding and communication. Begin by understanding yourself. What are your deeper needs? What are your fears? What are you truly longing for? Once you understand your own inner landscape, you can begin to communicate it to your partner with clarity and compassion. Remember, this is not about blame. This is about taking responsibility for your own experience. Now, once you have both taken the time to reflect on your own feelings, it's time to come together. This is about creating a space of safety, of love, where you can both express yourselves without fear of judgment. Choose a time when you are both relaxed and receptive. Maybe it's after dinner, when the house is quiet, or during a leisurely walk in nature. Begin by expressing your own longing for closeness. You might say something like, I miss how connected we used to be. I feel a distance between us, and it saddens me. Notice how this statement avoids blame. It simply expresses your own feeling, your own longing. Then invite your partner to share their own experience. You can say, can we talk about how we're both feeling and what we can do to feel more connected, more loving in our marriage? Remember, the goal here is not to win an argument, but to bridge a gap. Approach this conversation with an open heart, with a genuine desire to understand your partner's experience and to share your own with vulnerability and honesty. Create this safe space regularly, where you can both express yourselves freely and listen to each other with empathy and understanding. Now, as you begin to communicate, remember this: the language of blame only fuels the fire of conflict. When we say, you never do this, or you always do that, we are essentially attacking the other person, and when we attack, the natural response is to defend. Instead, shift your language to I statements. I statements are powerful because they allow you to express your own feelings and needs without accusing or blaming your partner. For example, instead of the husband saying, you never want to be intimate anymore, he can say, I feel disconnected when we don't share intimacy. It makes me feel less desired, less valued. And instead of the wife saying, you're always so irresponsible with money, she can say, I feel overwhelmed when I have to handle all the finances alone. It makes me feel like I'm carrying the burden alone, like I'm not supported. The I statements express the same concerns but without the attack. They focus on how you feel, not on what the other person is doing wrong. This shift in language is subtle but profound. It allows you to communicate your needs without putting your partner on the defensive. Choose your words carefully and let your language be a bridge that brings you closer, not a wall that pushes you further apart. Chapter 4. Focus on small wins. Transformation takes time. Just as a seed planted in the earth doesn't sprout into a mighty tree overnight, so too does healing in a relationship require patience and consistent nurturing. Don't try to fix everything at once. Instead, focus on small, manageable steps. Think of it like this: every relationship, like a garden, needs tending. Instead of waiting for grand gestures or overnight transformations, focus on the small, everyday acts of love and kindness. The husband, for instance, can make a conscious effort to contribute more to the family, not out of obligation, but out of love and respect for his wife. It could be as simple as taking on a chore she usually handles, like doing the dishes after dinner or taking out the trash. Or it could be about taking a more active role in managing the family finances, creating a budget together, or researching investment options. The wife, in turn, can focus on expressing appreciation for her husband's efforts, no matter how small they may seem. A simple "thank you for doing that, honey. It means a lot to me," can go a long way in rebuilding trust and appreciation. These small gestures, though seemingly insignificant on their own, become the building blocks of a stronger foundation. They are the tiny seeds of love and respect that, when nurtured with consistency, can blossom into a beautiful, thriving relationship. Chapter 5. Schedule time in together. In the busyness of life, it's easy to get caught up in routines and obligations, often at the expense of our relationships. Just as you schedule time for work, for errands, for all the demands of the external world, it's crucial to schedule time in, dedicated time for just the two of you. This doesn't have to be a grand, elaborate affair. It could be as simple as cooking a meal together, trying a new recipe, and savoring the process of creation side by side. It could be a quiet evening at home, putting away your phones and other distractions, and simply talking, sharing stories, dreams, and fears. Or perhaps it's a walk in nature, hand in hand, breathing in the fresh air, and appreciating the beauty around you. The key is to choose activities that you both enjoy, activities that allow you to relax, to be present with each other, and to reconnect on a deeper level. Make time for each other, make time for connection, make time for love. Chapter 6. Reevaluate expectations together. Every successful partnership requires a shared vision, a mutual understanding of where you're headed and how you're going to get there. Sit down together, not in a spirit of judgment or blame, but with open hearts and minds, and discuss your expectations for the marriage. What are your individual needs and desires? What are your shared goals and aspirations? When it comes to finances, for instance, open and honest communication is paramount. The husband can share his financial reality, his income, his expenses, and his limitations. The wife, in turn, can share her own needs and expectations regarding finances, her vision for financial security and stability. Together, you can create a realistic budget, explore different options, and find solutions that work for both of you. Share your needs, listen to your partner's needs, and find ways to meet each other in the middle. Remember, marriage is not about keeping score or demanding your own way. It's about compromise, about finding solutions that work for both of you. Chapter 7. Practice patience and forgiveness. Healing takes time. Just as a wound on the skin takes time to heal, so too does a wound in a relationship require patience, understanding, and a willingness to let go of the past. Understand this. You are both human. You will both make mistakes. The key is not to dwell on past grievances, but to learn from them and move forward together. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. It takes immense courage to let go of anger, resentment, and the desire to punish. But holding on to past hurts only poisons the present moment and prevents true healing from taking place. Practice forgiveness, not just towards your partner, but also towards yourself. Let go of the need to be right, the need to win, the need to hold on to past hurts. Choose instead to focus on the present moment, on the love that brought you together in the first place. Remember, every new day is a fresh start, a new opportunity to create a more loving and fulfilling relationship. Chapter 8. Use tools and resources. Just as you wouldn't hesitate to seek guidance from a map when navigating unfamiliar terrain, so too can external resources provide valuable support on your journey of rebuilding your marriage. There is a wealth of knowledge available to help couples strengthen their bond, from insightful books and articles to online resources and relationship workbooks. These tools offer practical strategies, communication techniques, and valuable insights into the dynamics of relationships. Explore different resources together, discuss the concepts you learn, and try implementing the suggested exercises and practices. Many couples find that working through a relationship workbook together provides a structured and supportive framework for communication and growth. These resources can serve as a guide, offering a roadmap for navigating challenges, improving communication, and deepening your connection. Remember, seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of commitment to your relationship. Outro: Rediscovering Love. Your journey to a stronger connection. Marriage isn't easy, but it's worth the effort. By focusing on self-reflection, open communication, and small steps forward, you can overcome stress and rebuild a happy, fulfilling relationship. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need a relationship recharge. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.